This is Online Pass, the weekly video game news quiz show. My name is Cyril Lachel, and I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on some of the biggest news stories from the past week. It's your job to answer each question correctly, so grab a piece of paper and a number 2 pencil, because this is a test. Question 1. This week we learned that Far Cry will be ditching machine guns for throwing spears in a brand new prehistoric spin-off. What year is Far Cry Primal set in? Question 2. For a brief moment, Activision published a demo of Guitar Hero Live on both Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Why was this 5-gig demo not worth downloading? Question 3. After shipping 100,000 Xbox One units, it looked like Microsoft was off to a good start in China, but not so fast, because it looks like the Washington-based company will be fined by the Chinese government. When translated to American dollars, how much has Microsoft been fined? Question 4. Later this year, Shovel Knight will find its way into a physical package on the PlayStation 4, Wii U, Nintendo 3DS, and Xbox One. But wait, this just in. One of those systems won't be getting a physical version after all. Which of those 4 consoles will be left out in the cold? Question 5. Having already tackled Marvel superheroes, the Star Wars Galaxy, and Family Guy, what recently renewed Fox cartoon will become a pinball table in both Zen Pinball 2 and Pinball FX? And now, the throwback round, where I pull questions from classic game magazines. Brace yourself, the next corner's rough. By October 2000, all of the media's focus was on the launch of the PlayStation 2. Right before the next-generation system's debut, Sony decided to drop the price of the existing PlayStation model. How much did the PS1 cost after the price cut? Okay, put your pencils down, everybody. The quiz is over. Let's see how you did. Forget machine guns, hang gliders, and binoculars. The newest Far Cry adventure is set long before man invented any of those luxuries. Just how far back are we talking? According to Ubisoft, Far Cry Primal will be set in the year 10,000 BC and feature our Stone Age hero trying to survive a harsh world full of mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, and other old-school critters. This looks pretty cool. Now, here's a riddle. How do you play Guitar Hero Live without the brand new pack-in guitar? Well, obviously you can't. But that didn't stop Activision from accidentally publishing a 5-gig demo on both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But don't get too excited, because this totally pointless demo was removed almost as quickly as it went up. Regardless of whether it's the fault of Activision or the 2 hardware manufacturers, that still doesn't explain why somebody would make a demo for Guitar Hero Live. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Microsoft has been fined by a country's government for breaking antitrust rules. This time around, it's China's Ministry of Commerce who has slapped Microsoft with the fine of 200,000 Chinese yuans. For what it's worth, that equals 32,513 American dollars. Even without the fine, China has been difficult to crack. Microsoft lost more than $2.75 million in its first quarter of operation, and Sony's PlayStation 4 has been dominating the charts thanks to a significantly cheaper price. Maybe 2016 will be Microsoft's year. Although it's set to hit retail shelves in less than a month, Shovel Knight has hit a snag on the Xbox One. Due to publishing policies outside of Yacht Games' control, the physical Blu-ray version of Shovel Knight will miss Microsoft's current generation console. The good news is that the retro-themed action game will still hit PlayStation 4, Wii U, and Nintendo 3DS on November 3rd, with a PS Vita package coming sometime in 2016. Whether it's on a Blu-ray disc or digital download, you gotta play Shovel Knight. It's easily one of the year's best games. Get ready for a chalkboard full of sandwich-related puns, because Bob's Burger is headed to Zen's popular line of pinball games. This comes just hours after Fox chose to renew the long-running animated series for its 7th and 8th seasons. What's more, Zen also announced a table based on American Dad, a show that started its life on Fox but has now been shipped off to TBS. All this is paving the way towards a Brooklyn Nine-Nine pinball table, right? After 5 years on the market, Sony was ready to retire the PS1. With the PlayStation 2 hitting North American retailers in October, the electronics giant decided to lower the price of the PS1 all the way down to $99. Compare that to the PlayStation 3, which after 9 years is still retailing for $199. That price cut helped the PlayStation hit 100 million units. So, how'd you do? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to send this to all your friends and enemies. Who knows, maybe you'll know more about video game news than they do. And just think about how exciting it would be if you knew more than your enemies. Anyway, we'll be back soon with a batch of new reviews and previews, as well as a look at Nintendo Power's top reviewed games of 1990. So do me a favor and click the subscribe button and support what we're doing here. Until then.